You're first. Yay. I am recording, Kathy, just so you know, and everybody else. Hi, Sarah. You don't have to say hi back. It's okay. I'm going to wait just a minute, guys, or you can talk to me if you want. Or don't talk to me. Well, wait just a minute. I was just popping in early, which is good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous, like I might want to puke, but that's okay, right?
That would be a bad screenshot.
Puking.
Yeah. It'd be all
I'm going to give it like just a minute more for people so that, although I'll probably just ramble for a few minutes, knowing me, and just to see who comes. And like, I know Kathy. I don't know if I know you, Sarah, but hi. And I see Amy's with us, and I know Amy. But I'm glad you guys are here. I'm excited. So I'll just talk. I am recording this, so I will upload it to YouTube. So we have a link for any time that we want to watch. And if you want to mute yourself, there's also chat. I think you can turn it on if you want to ask questions, or you can always unmute to ask questions as we go or at the end. I will definitely have time at the end for any questions. But I am Mariah, and if you don't know me, I am part of Team Unicorn Wranglers, but underneath Melanie Bowman. So I'm part of Team Shooting Stars, and I am partnered with my mom, who's actually sitting next to me, giving me moral support. She does, Kathy says hi. She does a lot of the clothing part of things. I do a lot of Facebook Live, and then my mom does the invoicing, the pulling, the packing, and yeah, so I do kind of the online face, and she does all the behind the scenes, and it's amazing. I'm lucky to have her. But we have been doing LuLaRoe since November 2015. I met Melanie just from her VIP group and harassed her with 1,000 questions over a few days' time, and then put in our paperwork, and a few days later we got our onboarding call, and then like a week later we had 1 million boxes. And we launched on Black Friday of 2015. So we just celebrated about 8 months since our launch, and we actually pretty recently feel like we're pretty solid in our inventory. And I get a lot of questions about different ways to grow inventory. So I thought it might be good to talk about the different ways that you might be able to grow your inventory. A lot of people talk about how there's kind of a sweet spot, like how many items you want to have total in your inventory. In talking to other consultants as well, we find that like when you get up to that like 800 pieces total in your inventory, that is when sales really seem to start to boom. So we are probably currently at about, with leggings, we're probably between 800 and 900 pieces right now. And we see very consistent sales even throughout the summer. I'm always, if you don't know me, we're totally okay talking numbers and talking with people about how you might hit numbers. Even through the summer, we cruise qualified the first 4 months of this year at the highest level. And then this summer we've maintained that cruise qualification level. We've about $16,000 in sales each month. So I do think inventory is important. Now, there's a couple different ways to do it. So I'm gonna pull up as we talk here. Let me go on notes. I have a little PowerPoint. I can upload the PowerPoint in the groups also if that helps you guys too. I'm happy to share that with the notes. And then at the end, if you want to ask me any questions, I'm happy to help. Okay, so let's see if I can share my screen. I can do this. I practiced. Alrighty, let me pull it up. All right. Oh, click share screen. All right, hopefully you all can see this now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. The one thing I can't see right now, since I'm sharing my screen, is my chat, but I will check it in a little bit, I promise. So let's talk inventory. And I've got a couple different ways. So if you're sitting there freaking out that I'm going to tell you to go spend like thousands of dollars growing your inventory, I'm not, I promise. I mean, well, I might tell you that, but it's not all I'm going to tell you. Okay, I promise. All right, let us see the next slide, PowerPoint. This is where we hope I don't have technical issues. There we go. Okay, so inventory basics that hopefully everybody knows, but if you're newer, you might not fully we might have told you. Like seriously, I will be honest, we might have forgotten. So the basics of inventory, like on a monthly basis, is that every order you place in Audrey is going to be 33 pieces, okay? It has to be, or it won't let you check out. So you can order as many as you want, and you can order any, I talk with my hand, y'all. You can order any combination of things, but it will have to be 33 pieces per order, and legging 2-packs count as one item. And then each month, to stay active with LuLaRoe as a consultant, you need to order at least 33 pieces. So you need to order at least one order a month, 33 pieces, and then you're golden. And you guys need to do that for your business too. Oh my goodness. If you're not ordering fresh, yes, you need to. You've got to, hang on, let me go to the next slide because I'm pretty sure I've got it for you there. Okay. Like inventory and growing it and keeping it fresh is so important, you guys. Number one is always replace what you sell. No matter, when I show you these different ways you can grow your inventory, the bottom line for all of them is always be replacing what you sell. Don't let it drop off. If you sell 2 classics, you need to replace those 2 classics at least. So do that always, no matter what you're doing. Keeping it fresh. So that's one reason to order new inventory. You want it coming in regularly so that you can have some of the newest stuff. For especially like if you're selling to your VIP group, guys, they're going to see your stuff week after week. Keep showing it to them. Always show them everything. But new inventory keeps it fresh. So definitely keep it fresh. And then if you're having trouble moving an item and you really want to sell something so you can get something new, like put it on. Or have someone put it on and take photos. Seriously, when I put something on, and like I've fallen in love with Lindsay, oh my gosh. My VIP people will tell you. I have a problem with Lindsay right now. I'm currently wearing one. So anytime I say Lindsay, I'm like squirrel. But I put this on and I take pictures all the time, and Lindsay's have been flying off of our racks. So put it on, have someone else put it on, share those pictures, and you will see it move. It's true. All right, another basic question I get asked a lot is deep or wide. When you're growing your inventory, should you go deep or should you go wide in styles? Always, always go deep, guys. Seriously. It's so tempting to want to carry every style. I know this. There are so many amazing styles, right? I mean, I can just, LuLaRoe has so many amazing things to offer. But no one wants to come to your shop and have 2 Irmas available in your size. So I roll up, I need a small Irma, there's 2 to pick from. So I'm probably well, maybe I like this one. But if you have a ton, if you have 6 or 8 or 10, and they come in and they're like, oh yeah, this one looks good. Oh, I'm gonna try this one, I'm gonna try this one. You will probably sell 1. You might even sell 2 or 3. So having that variety, going deep, is super, super important. I just can't even stress that. I will admit, I didn't necessarily believe it until I started doing it and saw how it affected my sales. So go deep before you go wide. We actually until recently, we only carried the 4 tops. We carried Randy, Irma, Classic and Perfect, leggings, and maxi skirts. Up until a month ago, those are the only styles we carried. We are super deep in all of them though, and we've done great sales just with those 4 styles. Do people ask us sometimes oh, do you carry Amelia? When will you have Nicole? Yeah. And I always say, hey, we're always looking at the next style. And we actually just recently launched Lindsay and Madison. So you don't have to carry everything. You can still be successful without carrying all of the styles. Okay. So deep or wide? Deep before wide. Seriously. And then another basic would be find the sweet spot. You know your customers. My customers are going to be different than yours. Our customers have been digging the perfect tee and the classic tee lately through the summer. Although then some weeks they like are all about Randy. So they go back and forth. But I know some people who classics don't really sell for them, or some people who the larger size classics don't sell at all, and we can barely keep them in stock. So you know your customers. So think about that. Don't just listen to me. I'm not going to be like, only stock Irma's. I'm not going to say that, even though I love Irma. You should stock Irma. But find your sweet spot. So we aim for a minimum of 10 in our main sizes of each style. But starting out, you don't have to go for 10. Aim for that next number up. If you onboard with 5, aim to get to 6, 7, 8. Aim for 8. And then you can keep growing it. We have in some styles probably in between 12 and 15 now, actually. Because remember, the more variety you have, the better, oh, hi, Melanie, the better sales you will have. It's so true. Just think about if you go into any store, like it happens to me at Target. I walk in and especially if like you're a common size, and at Target, they're like all the same. Melanie's in her car. Hang on, guys. I can mute her. I think you're not muted, Melanie.
Hold on. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it.
On your phone too, huh? It's okay. We love you. So seriously, even at Target where we don't, it's not like the variety of prints that, we have to offer and things like that. If I go in and there's only like 2 colors for me to choose from in my size, like normally it's not one I wanted, to be honest. Normally I want something that's sold out. So I don't buy anything. I don't just say, okay, well, I'll take this one. So variety is huge. And the more variety you have, the better sales you have. I really believe that. I have seen it happen to us. Okay. So that's just basics. Replace what you sell. Keep it fresh. There's some different ways to keep it fresh too. We encourage you to order from LuLaRoe so that you stay active. And also so you have the newest stuff. But if you have some local consultants, swapping duplicates and stuff like that is another great way to keep it fresh. Always go deep in your styles and find your sweet spot. Okay. So let's look at a couple different ways. I've got about 4 different ways that you can grow your inventory. And one way, I won't talk about that yet till the end. Never mind. Okay. So now you have to think about your risk level, your investment level, what's working for you and your business when you figure out which approach you're going to take. Okay. There's like 4 main approaches. You can go big. And I've known people that go big. They onboard and they then invest a bunch more money. I've seen plenty of stories like that. Maybe they onboard at like $5,000 and then they go in and they order another $5,000. And so they end up, with their kind of initial investment being about $10K. When we onboarded, leggings were not available back in November. It was the leggings drought of 2015. So we onboarded and we were able to, I think the next day, leggings came in stock. So then we went back in and ordered leggings too. So our initial investment, I think, ended up being probably close to 7,000. So that's not huge, but when you've already put out 5K, it's kind of big. Okay, so you can go big. You can fast track it, which is what I'm going to talk a lot about tonight. You can take it slow and steady as long as you're growing, or if you're having a rough time, you can just focus on replacing it. So there are 4, there's not 5. Replace it is the one if you're just hanging in there. So this all depends on you. And if you need help figuring out an approach that would be best for you, definitely reach out to your sponsor. If I'm your sponsor, reach out to me. If I am your trainer, reach out to me. I know I have some babies under there. And then if you're on my team, Melanie is our amazing team coach for Team Shooting Stars. But if you're not on our team, reach out to your sponsor, your trainer, your coach. And if you can't get help, reach out to me. I will always help you and figure out a way to find what you need to find. So let's talk about these ways we can go. All right. So if you're going to go big, you're going to go big. And that's awesome if you can go big. I will tell you that even though we had to place that leggings order, going big wasn't our initial plan. We kind of got into it just a tiny bit. But if you're going to go big, here's what I challenge you to do. Commit to having those 2 to 3 pop-ups per week to build your sales. and decide which styles you want to go deep in first. So don't just go big like a crazy person. I mean, unless you want to do that. I mean, this is all up to you. But don't just go big and like get in there in Audrey and, oh my gosh, you guys. I go in Audrey and it's like a toy store. Like, what do I want to buy? What do I want to buy? Focus and decide which styles you want to go deep in. Then invest more in building up those styles. Like if you're going to place a big order and you're going to go big, focus on which styles you're doing it in and aim for that 8 to 10 per size per style. And then if you're going to go big like that and you're going to put a bunch more money in, that's when you could start going wide as well. But I would definitely encourage you to go deep before you go wide, even if you're going big, even if you're putting a bunch more money and your risk factor, that's kind of a high risk factor. You know, you put in 5K and then you're like, hey, I'll do 5 or 10 more. You know, it's awesome. I mean, it's cool, but you know, the risk level is kind of like, whoa. So not all of us are necessarily going to go big, but if you do, I would still encourage you to focus on certain styles and go deep first. But let's be a little bit honest. Most of us aren't going to go that big, that quick, but you can still jump on the inventory fast track. You can join me. That is what we did. And here's what we did. Okay. So the inventory fast track, guys, I want you to commit to 2 to 3 pop-ups per week. I'm going to say that every single time. Now, do they have to be like the same kind of pop-ups? No. Could you do your VIP album sale? Yeah. Could you do a Facebook Live sale? Yeah. Could you do an in-home pop-up? Yeah. Make sure you're muted, guys. Thanks. Can you do an open house? For sure. So, hey, guys, will you make sure that you've clicked your little microphone so that we don't hear your music in the background? Oh, wait just a second. Can you all hear me, hopefully? I can't see the chat.
I don't know if it's showing my face.
Thank you, guys. You're awesome.
No, sorry.
You're okay. That's what this is all about. It's live. And if you're just tuning in, I do have my chat open. I just can't see it right now because I'm sharing my screen. But we can ask questions at the end for sure and type them. Okay, so inventory fast track. 2 to 3 pop-ups per week. Make it happen however it works for you. For us lately, we've been doing an album sale on the weekend for our VIPs. We've been doing Facebook Live sales twice a week. And then sometimes this summer we haven't as much, but like a private hostess pop-up online. And we actually are having our first our first open house at our house in our new Lula room this upcoming weekend. So change it up, but just get yourself selling. Okay, so if you're gonna join the inventory fast track with me, what your challenge is to order at least 33 pieces per week in addition to replacing what you sold. Now you can tweak this a little bit and still be on a fast track, and I'll show you what you can do. But always replace what you sold and order at least 33 pieces per week, okay? So this is the fast track, and I'll show you how it's gonna grow. You're gonna commit to placing in 33 pieces per week, and you're gonna start building your inventory one style at a time, while also replacing what you sell, okay? So I'll show you. Like if you sell 3 Irmas, 2 classics, 4 pairs of leggings, like you're gonna replace all of those, but then you're also gonna start building your inventory by style. So here's how you do it. Okay, so if you're on the inventory fast track, you are going to look at what you carry. We all, might have different styles. Start with the item that has the lowest wholesale price. So for us, if you don't count leggings, for us, that is actually Irma. We do not carry Cassie or Azure right now. So, but you might. So look at the item with the lowest wholesale price and focus on that item until you hit your goal, okay, of that 8 to 10. But then continue replacing what you sell too. Sell, sell, sell. So if you look at the example on my PowerPoint, you can see so if you were to do Cassie or Azure, they're $14 wholesale. If you ordered 33 of those, you're gonna spend $438.90. You're gonna spend the smallest amount possible, but you're gonna add 33 new pieces to your inventory. That's awesome, you guys. Now, if it works a little bit better to, like, if you sold, you know, every time you sell 10 items, then place 33, so you're only ordering 20 new items, that's really fast track too. But on the inventory fast track, you do it with the lowest wholesale price first, because you're going to get the most bang for your buck in your inventory if you're watching what you're spending. So like Irma, $15 each at 33 items, you're going to spend $470.25 on that order. You're going to have 33 new Irmas because you'll split them across the sizes. Then as you hit your goal numbers in the different styles, move up. And your sales are going to be going up, 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 up as you have more variety, so you have more money to spend. Okay, so this is a little higher risk level. You can tell in this is what we did. And this is what I really recommend if you can do it that you do. This is what we did to build our inventory. We did not, I know this is going to be a question since I haven't answered it yet. We did not pay ourselves back. Well, we didn't have to pay ourselves back. It was from our savings. Our investment was from our savings. So it was our own money, but we didn't start paying ourselves or paying that back to savings until April of this year. So what's that? November was just about a week. December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. So the first 5 months of our business, we put all our profits back into our inventory for the most part. I mean, we had expenses, you know, we saved out money for expenses, you know, like postage and all of that. But that's the fast track, that you don't pay yourself back right away, that instead you focus on building your inventory quickly, and by doing the smallest numbers first, you can grow it quicker. So hopefully that makes sense. And at the end, we can do some questions if it doesn't. I think I explained what I'm talking about. So with the fast track, you're going to order 33 pieces a week. You're going to use the lowest one first to make it the cheapest for you. But you're going to get 33 items, brand new. It's going to be quick. You're going to hit your goal numbers in certain styles so quickly, and then your sales, I think you're going to see them grow, guys. We saw it. I've talked to a lot of other consultants who saw it too. So that's the fast track. Now, if you're not quite on the fast track, it's okay. There are a few other ways to grow slowly, but grow steadily. So let me look at those real quick. Not real quick, just let's look at them. So I call it slow and steady, okay? My mom has to go take care of the dog. Again, if you're going to go slow and steady growing it, it's a-okay. Commit to 2 to 3 pop-ups per week. 2 to 3, guys. Get out there and be selling wherever you're selling. Then there's the bottom line. Replace what you sold. Always replace what you sold. And then you can start building your inventory slow and steady in 2 different ways. So let's look at number 1. Okay, so number 1, what are you going to buy, right? If you're building slow and steady, here's how you do it. And I told you guys, if you're just tuning in, I can upload the PowerPoint as well to my team group and also Team Shooting Stars if you want to be able to see these notes. So if you're building slow and steady, the first thing you've got to do is track what you sold. So hopefully you're doing that every time you have a pop-up. We actually do it. I should have brought it up here. We could have all laughed together. We track what we sell on a super high-tech, oh my gosh, you guys, it's like cutting edge notebook. Like with a pen and a notebook, we tally. Like, oh, we sold a pair. Like every time someone pays, we tally so that we can look real quick at the end of the week and see what we need to reorder. So that's my high-tech tip. You can use a notebook and pen. So track what you sold and replace what you sold. And then to build your inventory slow and steady, add 1 to 2 additional items in each style sold. So I did some, like an example here at the bottom. You can see that, okay, so we had a pop-up and there's the items that sold on the left. So we sold an Irma, extra, extra small, 2 small Irmas, 1 medium Irma, 1 large Irma, and then we sold some classics. We sold Azure, Lindsay leggings. Great pop-up, good work, guys. So now look on the right, this is what we'll order. Since we sold 1 extra, extra small Irma, we're gonna order 2. We're gonna replace what we sold and we're gonna add 1 so that we're growing that size and that style. For the small, we sold 2, so we're going to order 4. You could do 3 or 4 there. In the medium, you sold 1 medium Irma, you're going to order 2 medium Irmas. You sold 1 large Irma, you're going to order 2. So you are replacing what you sold, and you're growing those sizes and styles. It's a really good, steady way to start to build your inventory. I would encourage you to do this every week. Tally what you've sold in the week. Because if you've sold like 20 items, guys, 20, 25 items, it's time to place an order, okay? So that's the first way to build a slow and steady, is to track it, reorder what you sold, and add on 1 to 2 additional items in each style sold. So if you sold 1, you're going to be getting 2 or 3 in. That's going to build. You know, it's like little baby steps, but before you know it, you're going to have great inventory. Now, there's another way to do it if you want to go slow and steady also. And I believe this is our dear unicorn Wrangler leaders. I think at one point this was the advice I received there. Track what you sold. Always track what you sold, guys, because that's how you're going to know what you need to replace. Then when you sold 25 items, place a 33-piece order. Okay? So if you have a, you know, in a week you hit where you've sold 25, you're going to go ahead and order what you need to replace those. And then you're going to make sure your order totals 33 or you can't check out. And this is where you would also kind of do what I was talking about on Fast Track to grow your most popular. Obviously, it would be number 1 or your lowest cost pieces first. So you can see on the left, here's an example. Here you sold 25 items in a pop-up. Irma's, classic, leggings. Then you're going to go place an order. Here in my order example, on the right, I did a focus on growing the Irma inventory since Irma would be one of the least expensive wholesale. So you can see that I replaced what was sold, 2 extra small Irmas, ordering 4. 2 extra small, ordering 4. 3 small, ordering 4. 1 medium, ordering 3. So it all totals up to be 33 pieces so I can check out. But I've also grown, I've replaced everything, and I'm growing my Irma inventory. So 2 ways to do that if you're going to go slow and steady. That would be every time you're ready to place an order, to replace what you sold, add 1 or 2 items to that, each size. Or when you hit that 25 items, place a 33-piece order and focus on whatever style you're going to grow first. So that is perfect. These are all amazing ways to grow your inventory. I was looking at my notes. You can go big. You can jump on the inventory fast track where you're really making a commitment. Or you could go slow and steady, either the first way or the second way, and you're going to see growth. Now, I've had some people ask me, what if I can't do it right now? What if I really just, you know, for whatever reasons, everyone's got their own situations. What if I can't add all those extra pieces? Here's what I'm telling you. Then make sure you're just replacing it. Make sure you're at least replacing it. If you're not replacing it, then what? Soon you're going to have 2 of everything, and what's going to happen to your sales? I'm worried. So if you're in kind of a little bit of a survival mode, definitely reach out to your sponsor. Reach out to your team, because trust me, they'll be there to help you, whether it's swapping some inventory or whatever. Trust me. But even if you're in replace it, if that's where you are, be there. Have a goal, you know, to start growing it, because it will help your sales. Commit to having those 2 to 3 pop-ups per week. Everyone needs to do that, right? Then replace what you sold. And as soon as you can start growing your inventory, even if it's just, you know, adding a few extra pieces. Maybe you sold 30 items and you're ready to order, add 3 more. Well, you have to add 3 more, you know, but don't wait till you sell the 33. If you're that close, like, oh yes, we just sold 30. I mean, you're close, guys. Add in 3 new things. Just focus it in a style you're growing. And make sure you're ordering at least 33 pieces a month so that you're staying active. That is super, super important. So, okay, I'm going to switch it back to me. Those are kind of my notes. Let's see. Let me stop sharing. See if you can see me again. All right, so I have the chat open here. If anybody, if you can turn on the chat, I think, with the little bubble at the bottom of your screen. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to type them. You're welcome to talk to me if you want. Whatever you want to do. I got 10 more minutes. Because I'm on a new account. I'm on a new account. So I have 10 more minutes, guys, before our meeting ends. But oh, no, Sarah, you can order as often as you like. Okay, so Sarah's got a great question. She asked, should we only place an order once a week? No, we actually here, we break ours up into smaller orders. So we order probably 3 to 4 times a week. We order about 100 items a week here on average, sometimes more, it just depends what we are looking for and what we get excited about. But we actually do try to break them into smaller orders so that we get more variety. So I try not to order more than 3 or 4 in a style and a size per order. So you can definitely order once a week, or if you're looking to order more, I would break it down. And plus, the great thing about placing orders, like I'll usually do one like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then my orders are coming in through the week, so I always have new stuff, which for me on Facebook Live, it works great. Because I'm always like, hey guys, I have a new box, and they're pretty excited. So that just kind of depends on you, but I would definitely try to order once a week if you're on the fast track. But like say I need 100 new items. If I had to order it, I would. But I really would prefer those smaller boxes coming in. I get a better variety. Like very rarely have I gotten a bunch of duplicates. I did recently I really needed extra large classic, so I ordered 3 in one order and all 3 were the same. That's a true duplicate, right? Yeah, it was like, but that's okay. It was actually a nice one. Mary, my VIP. Okay, Mary had a question. Her VIPs wanted her to add Madison. This is a great question actually for me, Mary, because we just added Madison also. So you ordered 5 in each style. Should you build to 10 in the Madisons? If you're comfortable building it up, I would say yes. So what we did for Madison is that we placed an order. We started building Madisons up maybe a month ago. We didn't launch them. We didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. It's a secret. And we started adding like 2 to 3 in each style for every order we placed. And we did go ahead and fast track that a little bit. And so that we built up to 10. Yes, 33 to be active. So if you're looking to add Madison and your people want it, Mary, go for it. If you feel like everybody kind of knows their own thing, what you need in your inventory. If you're low on one of those lower cost, and that's a better way for you to do it, that's perfect too. I'm in this idea, it's just how can you grow your inventory spending the least amount of money? We all have that in our mind, right? So that's with that approach. But like we just added Madison, so we wanted to start deep. So we have 8 to 10 depending on the size already, and that wasn't the cheapest thing ever. But we've grown the rest of our inventory pretty deep now. Those 4 shirt styles, we carry probably 10 to 13 in each size, except for Randy, which in extra small I have a few, and extra small I have a few, and extra small I have a few because I messed up and we didn't really carry those tiny sizes, but now we have a few. So yeah, it's whatever you're comfortable with, but if you need to grow those styles that cost a little bit less wholesale, definitely focus there because it's a good way to get, more variety with less money put out there. So yeah, if anybody else has any other questions, how much we set aside for expenses? Okay, so we set aside, I have about 5 more minutes, guys, so this will work out perfect. For expenses, the things I save for is we put away for taxes, obviously. I've been self-employed for about almost 4 years now, and we actually, you should, about taxes, see your CPA for sure, but I go ahead and I take 30% of our profit and I dump it in a savings account for taxes because I figure at the end, there should be enough and then I can just refund myself. But so you want to think about taxes, and then we kind of, man, we spend a lot on postage. I know that people are paying us, but you know, postage comes out looking like an expense for us, obviously. So our postage, I feel like it's probably like $1,000 a month right now. Yeah, feels like a lot of postage. I mean, we don't always charge postage, depends on the situation, but most of the time we do. And then we actually put all of our expenses on a credit card that is interest free right now. We have about 6 more months on it where we earn points. And then, so when LuLaRoe pays us, we leave it all there and we pay out whatever we need. But we're probably doing, how much do you spend on stickers, Mom? My mom is addicted to stickers. She puts them on the packages. They're super cute, but she's addicted to stickers. We probably spend, I would say we put aside about 1,000 for postage and 500 for other stuff. But we don't really, you know, mailers and stuff. We have to buy our poly mailers since we do first class. So that can kind of, you know, go depending on what you need. But for that tax thing, I know everybody says different numbers. I put a lot, guys, because I'd rather pay myself back at the end of the year and not be like, we don't have enough. That would freak me out. So that's what we do. Yeah. But definitely talk to your CPA if you need questions on there, because I need to see my CPA again. He'll probably groan, but that's okay. I'm successful. He has to deal with me. But you guys, so we're going to try to do this once a month with the team. If you ever have any topics that are on your mind that you really would like to see some training on, be sure to let me know. You can let me know. You can let your sponsor know, whoever it is. And we'll work on developing some of those. I know Melanie and I are working on developing a few things also. And if you have any specific questions after this, I will upload things to the team group. I'll get this video on YouTube for us also, but you can always email me or message me on Facebook. I'm Mariah Moon on Facebook. Or you can email me. Our email is LuLaRoe by Carey Mariah @gmail.com. So you can always get me there. YouTube channel. Oh, Sarah, I'm going to set up a brand new one. I'll put the link everywhere I can find it. I know there's a few different groups. I'll put it everywhere because I don't know if we want to upload this to my usual blogger YouTube channel. I'll be like, look, it's all my blogging videos. And oh, maybe I should. My LuLaRoe training. So I'll get that uploaded and I will put it in all the groups. I know I've got it in a few different groups. I got it in Shooting Stars and Live Your Dream and yeah. Oh, and I got to get it for Tiffany. Yes, get it for everybody. So I will get that shortly. And then we'll have it and we'll put them all there so we can always watch them. But yeah, if you are, hopefully you are a member of one of our teams and we love you. We adore you. Whether you are Love Hustle Style, whether you are Live Your Dream, whether you're Shooting Stars, we're all like a big family. So you're always welcome. If you are not on our team and you happen to join us, we love you too. We are one big family, and if you need anything, you can always reach out to me. I'm here, and yeah, I think that's it. I think I survived, guys. I don't feel like I'm gonna puke anymore, which I did at the beginning. But yeah, I guess that's all. I will upload the PowerPoint for sure, and I will get this video converted and uploaded as well. And then yeah. If anyone has questions, you can always ask me in any of the team groups. Tag me and I'll find it. I live on Facebook. It's kind of a problem. But yeah, and I can help you if you're trying to figure out your certain situation. We can see what works best for you guys. I think that's it. Yay! We survived. Thanks everybody for coming. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me or you can track me down. Bye guys.